Hello and welcome to the show. Now, I am going to be honest with you, I am not the biggest fan of the Nissan GTR. I perfectly accept the incredible performance that you can get from this vehicle. That is not a question. I've driven one of these around a track. Very, very quick car, but it is just not particularly the car for me. Now, a lot of people on the internet like to shout about it being the best car in the world, the best value for money performance. It is very, very good value for money in terms of performance. Let's not forget about that. However, I was wondering just how cheap could we build cars to go faster than the GTR? And this is not just in one particular area. We're going to test them with a circuit race, an off-road race, and a drag race to see whether these vehicles are able to beat our Nissan. I mean, you can go quicker. The Ultima Evo with many horsepower and little weight is 2,000 credits less than the GTR, but just how little money does it take? These are the contenders. A Porsche 944, 52,000 credits. The Nissan GTR, 132,000. The Porsche is the cheapest car here. However, it's still got to try and beat that GTR. A Corvette up next, this one fractionally more expensive than the Porsche at 53,000 credits. We have a first of two Celikas, in fact, in this event. This particular one, 60,500. A Evo 9, I think this is the lowest PI car in the field. It is at the very top of A class. The GTR is a mid S1 class, so bravery in the Evo 9. This is at 63,990. A Toyota Supra is the next vehicle up here at 67,950. An interesting choice, a brave choice in the Land Rover Defender, likely to be an utter monster off the line. I'm not sure about top speed of it. Well, I mean, you can see the aerodynamics of the barn. However, this one's 69,870. Subaru Impreza up next at a little bit more than, or a fair bit more than Land Rover. We jump up almost 10,000 credits, 77,400 in that Subaru Gremlin. Is at 78,000, many horsepowers, I imagine, going through that car. A more expensive Celica here at 80,000 credits, so I imagine a lot more in the way of upgrades done to this car, potentially faster, but if the other Celica can still beat the GTR, that would be the winner in terms of money. A very brightly, very noticeably painted Ford Falcon is at 81,000 credits. And our final vehicle, the most expensive here, is the Plymouth Fury at 100,910 credits. It is perhaps the most expensive base car, though, which would explain some amount of that. It is an interesting choice of car. And the Transit wants to get involved. Do you want to come racing, Transit? If you want to come and join in the fun, then you are more than welcome to. Nope, he's going to bugger off. Well, that is our contenders. Which one of our budget cars are going to be able to beat me driving the GTR? So, for the first part of this showdown, we have got a circuit race at the Archway Meadows track. This is one of the more balanced circuits, I think, that I can find. Forza Horizon 3 does tend to be biased a bit more to sort of outright straight line speed. This has got some fast corners, a couple of a bit more technical sections. It's as good an overall circuit as we can get, really. I'm starting in a third position, and I'm likely to not be that when we get towards turn one, because the vehicles I'm racing against to, well, go faster than me for less money are likely to be horrendously fast speed cars. It's how they deal with the corners that is the interesting part. I have got a boat ahead of me, a boat that we are going to go up the inside of and hopefully regain a 4. There is an Evo going exploring. There is a Supra. God, the Supra is quick. This Supra is monstrously fast. The Evo is showing its rally pedigree out in the sand. There's a Land Rover behind us. Nobody ever driving a GTR is ever worried about a Land Rover trying to overtake them, I don't think. Unless perhaps they were stuck in the mud, which I don't quite know why they would be at a GTR. We're getting mugged by everything. We're now fighting with a Subaru. The 944 has gone past the car that is way less than half the price of our Nissan. Is up in fourth place. I don't know where the Evo's going. There was a little bit of panic there as we had to try to avoid that with 3 wide into turn 1. I think it's a Celica on the outside. I don't know where the Celica's gone. There's Celicas everywhere at the moment. We've fallen to 6th. Can we hold on to this 6th place? Not doing that, we can't. We're going to run very deep. Now, we might be able to get a good enough run on the exit. The answer to that is no. No, we cannot through there. Now, are we going to have a good run up the next corner? Still being harassed. We are pulling away a little bit from the Land Rover, though, which is nice. We're still being harassed by the Toyotas. Oh, come on, GTR. Get turned through these corners. I'm trying to make sure we don't end up cutting up the Celica. I also don't want to be spun off of the front of that Celica. Oh, we get a big twitch down there. Kind of worked at getting us through the corner faster. Not really intentional. Just couldn't keep control of the back end of my car. The Porsche is doing very, very well. I can see it up in 5th place there. He's going for a move on the Subaru. Can we look at getting a move done on the Toyota? I'm not sure about that. The Celica, that particular Celica up ahead was looking fast. Is that a Gremlin I spy behind me? I think it is. Uh-oh. That is definitely, again, not a car a GTR driver has ever had to worry about being in the rearview mirror before, but that is the case too today. The Supra is absolutely running away with this. I say running away with this at the front. He's 3 seconds clear almost up there. I am, well, struggling a little bit with pace. The Celica is now showing its rally pedigree very wide, almost out in the trees. I'm now quite evenly matched with some of these cars in terms of pace. I've got a little bit more grip through the corners. Can't use that there, though. Yeah, we are pulling away now from the back. Black Celica pulling away from the Gremlin. Or around the next corner we go. Now, this is all very well and good in the circuit race. It's all very well and good, all of these cars in the circuit race. But when we come to the later events, well, specifically the rally event is going to be an interesting shake-up, as I don't know what tyres. I saw a couple of these cars at least on the Hot Wheels racetrack compound tyre, so they're going to be no good when it comes to the dirt. And if your vehicle's anything other than all-wheel drive, you're going to be in trouble as well there, or likely to be at least, especially some of the real high-powered cars. We've kind of hit 7th and really stuck. We're not moving forward, but none of the cars behind are really gaining. It seems that of the Celicas, the 60,000 credit one just not quite fast enough. The 80,000 credit one, yeah, is 20 grand more expensive, but it is able to keep me at bay. Fairly evenly matched. It's got the acceleration on me. I think I've got him through the corners slightly. It is only marginally. As I say, the 60 grand one hasn't really got me. He is a little bit closer than he was a lap ago. Been driving a little bit ragged, trying to catch up to the car ahead. Need to focus on not losing the position. I mean, it all kind of pales into insignificance at the moment, because so far the Porsche is the cheapest car here, and it will beat my GTR. The 60,000 credit Celica is closing. Is it going to be able to do anything, though, as we run towards the line? It's a 7th place. It's a 7th place, and judging on fastest laps, I didn't really deserve much more than that. Yeah, couldn't keep up with those other cars. The Falcon's pretty quick. No match for that Supra, though. That thing is ballistic. 43. It's over a second and a half quicker than the rest of us. It's mentally fast. Corvette in 3rd, Subaru, Porsche, and that Toyota all managed to beat the GTR in this first race. Not a complete whitewash, though. We did at least beat the Gremlin and did at least beat the Land Rover. So, on to the next one, I think. So, we move on to our next race. This is the off-road portion, because, of course, we have to take cars well outside their comfort zone. The GTR might not be the worst of here. The cars like the Land Rover, for example, likely to enjoy this. The Celicas, the Evo and so on are likely to be a lot happier. The Impreza as well. But let's not forget, I've already beaten some of them, so they're not going to be able to completely whitewash the GTR. It's cars like the Porsche, the Corvette and so on that will be interesting to see how they manage. Curious as to how many cars have gone for rally tyres. I definitely know I saw some Hot Wheels tyres on at least one car. Oh, Land Rover's got in trouble. I'm going to dive through the middle just to try and stay out of all of the mayhem. Oh, God, it's bumping and sliding about over there as we fly through the air. Gremlin is off visiting the scenery. I'm not going to be able to do anything, I don't think, through there. Gremlin very, very brave with that dive. There's a Subaru coming up on the outside. I'm going to get knocked around a little bit. There's a lot of smoke. Just kind of work through the smoke screen here. I am still within touching distance of most of this group, except for the Supra that is completely and utterly checked out. Oi, some cars have ended up in the truck. Oh, Subaru's spinning around. The Gremlin's rolled. The Gremlin didn't quite roll. It's been a little bit chaotic. It's been a little bit chaotic out here. Land Rover can go off. I'm not going to be able to keep up with that Land Rover. that was pointing the wrong way coming out of turn 1, and it's already back past. And that soaring off into the distance. Oh, trees! No, bad things have gone on. Really bad things have gone on with the GTR. That's not going to help me at all. There goes the Corvette. I've got to try and get back past the Subaru to avoid this from being a complete and utter disaster. Not that it's not exactly great at the moment, but oh, we're going to get nudged a little bit wide. Not too terrible. We'll continue to fight with the Evo down here in towards. No, I'm going to lift off of that just so that I don't end up in as much trouble. The Fury's going for style points. I'm afraid style points not quite what you want to be after necessarily. The Porsche is all the way up in second place. That was so little money. That Porsche is incredibly fast. Now it isn't as fast as the Supra. I've done the same exact mistake. Oh, we got away with it that time. We were better through the air there. Come on, we can't be beaten by a boat. We cannot be beaten by a boat here. There is a change to the car behind me. I don't quite know what happened to the Evo. May have missed a checkpoint. So this whole group of us further back, we've all made... Good God, that's... the Supra is 10 seconds clear of second place. I'm only 8 seconds. Well, yeah, the gap between the Supra and second is the same as the gap between me in 10th and second. That's incredible, the performance of that car. Yeah, it is the highest PI here, but it's not that much higher than the Porsche. I think it's the Porsche that's also into S2 class. Let's go and bounce our way across there. We have taken the Fury. I'm not sure I'm going to be able to do a huge amount more than this though in the GTR. It looks like that the Subaru is all the way up into second place now. Porsche has dropped to a third. Oh, we're going to run wide. We are going to just clip the checkpoint. Where is that Plymouth? Oh, I got in the wrong gear. Thought I changed up. Apparently had not. Oh, come on, get around the next corner. Don't let the Plymouth find a way past. Don't roll off of the logs, because that would be a foolish thing to do. We're going to kind of throw it into turn one, maybe a little bit wide. We can get away with that, though, as it's just trying to get the power down on the exit of that corner. I'm having a great little battle here. It is over 9th place, and oh, we've lost sight of the... that's going to be a face full of dirt. We're fine, we're fine. Salika's catching... Salika, that we were battling with so much last time, is going to join in the fun. It's going to be... It's side by side with a Plymouth Fury. Again, not a car that you generally end up racing side by side with in a GTR. We're actually going to cost ourselves both the position here if we're not careful to that Salika, wherever it may be. I am very much struggling for grip out here in Nissan. The Nissan is outside its comfort zone, that much is for sure. However, all of the much cheaper cars are, well, doing much better than me. Quite frankly, we're 20. We've got to finish this race. That's how far down we are on the Supra. Although the Supra is some 10 seconds clear of second still. I think he was a lot further clear. He might have made a mistake. Soar through the air with the Nissan. The Salika's going to overtake us in the air. God damn it. I think the Land Rover may have missed a checkpoint. Looks like the Gremlin might have done as well. Oh, come on. We can beat the Gremlin. We can do it. Maybe if we don't run really, really wide into this kind of penultimate. Oh, there might have been some big old kerfuffle going on here because we've caught up to the... maybe the Land Rover and the Gremlin got into a bit of bother. The Evo is going to get... the Evo not had a good day here. Evo not had a good day at all. The Salika is there for the taking. It's not going to be enough for... A lot of mistakes went on in that final lap. But the problem is, you look at the fastest laps, and I'm not really anywhere in all of that. Again, probably didn't really deserve much higher. So we had a good fun battle. Here. Supra, again, supreme at the top of the table. So we are... Oh, hold on. Go on, Joan. So we are on to the final part of the showdown. This is the part that I was least confident about going in, and seeing as we got fairly substantially beaten in the circuit races, this is not going to be a pleasant experience for poor GTR. It is time for some drag races against cars that are more powerful than me, lighter than me, and most of them are probably all-wheel drive. It's, yeah... going to be a tough one. Down over there, somewhere in the distance, you can just about make out the shape of a car, is the vehicle we are going to be racing towards. My only chance against these is they have a really, really bad reaction time to the launch, or miss a gear, or do something silly, or run out of speed before the end, which is very unlikely. because while the Land Rover is not exactly the best aerodynamic shape, it's going to have so much crazy acceleration, and this isn't a 2-mile drag race or a test of top speed. We are off. Look at the Land Rover go! The Land Rover's gone, but I think the Porsche, I mean, it's so far back. My God, the Porsche is going to win it, I think, from the Subaru. Land Rover, I claim third. Look how far... I knew we were going to get beaten. Remember, that is a 52,000 credit Porsche. 52,000 credits is all that vehicle cost. Oh, the Land Rover went and said hello to the Gremlin. 52,000 credits of that Porsche. I may as well have been in a completely different... I kind of am in a completely different class to the vehicles we are driving against. And now we've got the Supra that's equally going to bugger off into the distance. That's not going to be a massive amount of fun here, but there we go. Oh, let's get us into a gear. Somewhere in there will work. Right, so our next race, we have got the two Celikas. Interesting, I should see how the two Celikas fare against one another. The Supra's going to win this, I have very little doubt of. The Corvette is also likely to be a relatively fast car. If I can stay within vague visual sight of the vehicles I'm racing against, would be nice. Unlikely, but would be quite nice. Right, let's send off the signal of I am just about-ish ready for this. There we go. We actually get off to a very, very good start. There goes the Supra. There goes the Corvette as well. The 60,000 credit Celica is pulling away from me. No! Celica, come back! You were the only one I stood a chance of beating, and it's not going to work. Well, you see the difference. 20,000 credits, and that is all the difference it made in terms of a drag race between the pair of them. That perhaps more interesting... I say more interesting. We always knew the Supra was likely to annihilate us in that race. Of that race, between me and the two Celicas was about the closest closest thing we were going to be having. That was literally the one car I might have stood a chance at beating. We got basically the perfect launch. The Celica was slow off the line, and I still couldn't beat the bugger. Now for this final one. It is going to be me, a Gremlin. I might be able to beat the Evo, but hold on, we've not done a very good job of lining this one up, have we, guys? Come on, sort yourselves out. Sort yourselves out with the... look, there's blocks here. There's a reason why we're using the blocks. It appears that FailRace sensibilities have gone out the window. The Fury is over. Fine, you know what? We'll move up. No. Super, get out of the way. No, there we go. We've got some communication. The Uber was having connection issues that might not have disconnected for a little while. I might not have actually heard when I set this up. So. Yeah, that would probably explain it. Right, so we have got Fury versus the Falcon versus the Gremlin versus the Evo, and then my GTR is on the end, which is likely to see a lot more taillights of cars. Right, we're listening for a slightly different horn this time. The Porsche is going to be our starter. If we can hopefully get a good launch, we will focus for the launch. And we are off and underway. Again, a good launch. There goes the Fury, there goes the Gremlin, there goes everything. The Evo's actually got a good amount of straight line speed on it. It's probably not quite going to be enough to beat that Fury. Fury will win, Evo second, Falcon third, Gremlin will claim fourth, and the GTR didn't beat a thing. God damn it. I just wanted to beat the Celica, and even that was taken away from me. Well... I think the answer to all of this, yes, you can go considerably faster than the GTR for considerably less. I wanted to find out just how little money it took, and well, 52,000 credits would be enough. 52,375 credits is the cost of that Porsche 944, and it beat the GTR everywhere. It beat the GTR in a drag race, a circuit race, and off-roading. That is a hell of a car. In terms of outright pace, yes, the Supra, probably, in fact, the Supra definitely the quickest car here. It was more expensive at 67,950 credits. However, that is also a very, very impressive amount of performance for, you know, relatively little money. Let's face it. That Supra is half the price of the GTR. vastly quicker. Could you not be crashing into my cars, god damn it, while I'm trying to film an outro? Thank you. Yeah, serious impressive performance from the Supra, but the Porsche 944 is going to be the victor in all of this one. Yeah, that's less money. I was expecting 60,000, 70,000 credits to be around about the price to just about beat the GTR, but nope. The Porsche, even less than that. That, though, is going to be it for this video. Thank you very much for watching, and until next time, goodbye.